Creating videos requires a lot of hard work. I request you to please make sure to subscribe to the channel. Man cannot transform himself without pain, for he is both the marble and the sculptor. While we dream of greatness, we often forget that true change demands sacrifice. Like a sculptor chiseling away imperfections, every moment of struggle shapes the masterpiece within. The Stoics remind us, to rebuild ourselves, we must let go of what holds us back. As the new year dawns, ask yourself, what invisible weights are you still carrying? What burdens will you release, and which will you cling to? Picture a future unshackled, a life where you step boldly into possibility. Transformation isn't about fleeting resolutions, it's a conscious act of shedding what no longer serves you. Let self-doubt fade and make room for the courage that has always been yours. Marcus Aurelius said, "Our life is what our thoughts make it." So, why let doubt cast shadows over your potential? Choose belief and watch obstacles transform into stepping stones. Anger, too, is a fire that burns us more than others. Seneca called it a brief madness, one that clouds judgment and surrenders peace. The Stoics teach us to pause, to breathe, and to respond with grace. Your serenity is not theirs to control, it is yours to nurture. As time races forward, the question remains, will you step into the new year burdened or free? Choose to believe in yourself, embrace calmness, and let this moment mark the beginning of your transformation. The Stoics stand with you, offering timeless wisdom for the journey ahead. Unshackling the mind, breaking free from overthinking. Have you ever been lost in an endless maze of your own thoughts, circling the same worries as if stuck on an unrelenting wheel? The Stoics ask, how much longer will you let this mental chatter steal the serenity of your present moment? Imagine the freedom waiting for you if you simply step off this treadmill and let clarity replace chaos. Overthinking often disguises itself as preparation, but more often it's a trap, a futile attempt to control the uncontrollable. Epictetus reminds us, we are disturbed not by events, but by our interpretations of them. Why let your mind become a storm when life's sea is calm? Treat each spiraling thought as a passing cloud, acknowledge it, and let it drift. Consider this, the more we overthink, the less we truly live. Like a bird hesitant to soar because it questions the wind, we forget we're meant to fly. The Stoics teach us that life unfolds not through exhaustive deliberation but decisive action. Marcus Aurelius said, our life is what our thoughts make it. Fill your mind with doubts and you build walls. Fill it with trust and you create bridges. As the new year approaches, release the habit of overthinking. Embrace simplicity. Focus on what you can control. Your actions, your responses, your attitude. Picture the lightness that comes when you stop trying to hold back the waves and instead ride them with grace. Overthinking is rooted in fear of failure, imperfection, or the unknown. Yet as the Stoics remind us, what stands in the way becomes the way. Every decision, even imperfect ones, is a step forward. Perfection is an illusion that paralyzes us, while courage liberates us. Worrying about tomorrow robs today of its joy. Anxiety is like paying a debt you don't owe. The Stoics challenge us to anchor ourselves in the present, for this moment is where life truly happens. As the new year dawns, let go of perfectionism and the need for endless certainty. Trust in your ability to adapt and grow. Life's beauty lies not in controlling every detail, but in embracing its flow. Free your mind, and you'll find that possibilities multiply when you release the grip of overthinking. This year, choose to move forward with confidence. Let this moment be your beginning. Breaking free from overthinking to optimism, perfection versus progress. Perfection is the enemy of progress. By accepting imperfection as a natural part of life, we liberate ourselves to take action. Seneca observed, we become wiser by doing, not by thinking alone. Mistakes are not failures, but valuable teachers. As you step into the new year, allow yourself the grace to be imperfect. In doing so, you open doors to growth and opportunities that overthinking might have kept shut. Reclaiming self-trust. Overthinking undermines confidence in your own judgment. It pulls you away from your inner compass, leaving you searching for external validation. The Stoics remind us that wisdom comes from within. Trusting yourself is an act of courage in a world filled with doubt. As Epictetus advises, keep your will in harmony with nature, including your innate wisdom. Practice listening to your intuition, Trust that you have the strength to navigate whatever life brings. Strengthening relationships. Overthinking not only burdens the mind but also strains relationships. When we overanalyze every interaction, we create tension where there could be flow. Imagine trying to dance while second-guessing every step. It disrupts joy. By letting go of overthinking, we connect more authentically, creating space for mutual understanding. As you approach the new year, bring simplicity and openness to your relationships, trusting in the goodwill of others to deepen your bonds. Finding joy in the present. Life's simplest pleasures are often overshadowed by overthinking. The Stoics emphasize living fully in the present moment, the only time we truly possess. Overthinking robs us of this richness, dulling the vibrant experiences before us. As the new year begins, commit to mindfulness, savor small joys, embrace the now, and watch as life becomes more fulfilling. Practical tools for change. How can we break free from overthinking? The Stoics offer guidance. Negative visualization. Imagine the worst-case scenario to reduce fear of the unknown. This practice shows that even the direst outcomes are manageable. Clear intentions. Decide what matters, then take action without overanalyzing every detail. Mindfulness meditation. Cultivate awareness of spiraling thoughts and gently return to the present moment. Journaling. Externalize your thoughts to reduce their mental hold. Action over deliberation. As the saying goes, you cannot plow a field by turning it over in your mind. Take small steps, trusting that clarity will emerge through action. Letting go of negativity. Pessimism dims life's brilliance. The Stoics teach that while we cannot control external events, we can control our perceptions. Marcus Aurelius reminds us, the happiness of your life depends upon the quality of your thoughts. Focus on optimism, treating challenges as stepping stones rather than obstacles. Like a flower turning toward the sun, seek the light in every situation. The New Year's invitation. The Stoics challenge us to embrace acceptance, self-trust, and mindful action. As you step into the new year, trust yourself. Believe in your wisdom and ability to adapt. Live fully. Anchor yourself in the present and savor its richness. Embrace uncertainty. Accept that not everything can be controlled and find freedom in that release. Act decisively. Shift from thought to action, letting experiences guide you. Cultivate peace. Let go of mental burdens and foster tranquility within. The chains of overthinking have held you long enough. Break free. Step boldly into the life awaiting you, a life of presence, growth, and profound joy. As Epictetus wisely said, you become what you give your attention to. So give your attention to what uplifts and empowers you. The new year is your blank canvas. Paint it with action, presence, and trust in your innate wisdom. The path forward is yours to create. Walk it with clarity and confidence. Letting go of pessimism, a New Year's invitation. The disappointments of yesterday need not dictate the promise of tomorrow. Life is too precious to be confined within the walls of negativity. What does dwelling in pessimism truly achieve? Imagine a life where hope guides your journey, where each new day is met with enthusiasm rather than dread. The Stoics teach us to accept what we cannot change and to find joy in pursuing virtue and wisdom. As Epictetus reminds us, we are not disturbed by things, but by the view we take of them. Your perspective is yours to shape. Why expect the worst when you can prepare for the best? Today, choose positivity and watch as new doors open before you. The weight of pessimism. Seneca wisely noted, we suffer more in imagination than in reality. Pessimism often feels like a protective shield, but it only burdens us with unnecessary fears. Imagine carrying a heavy backpack filled with stones labeled "what if," and it won't work. By releasing these self-imposed weights, you free yourself to walk with ease and confidence. Perception shapes reality. Marcus Aurelius observed, the soul becomes dyed with the color of its thoughts. When we immerse ourselves in negativity, we see the world in shades of gray. Instead, choose brighter hues: joy, gratitude, and optimism. Consider the classic glass-half-full perspective. Focusing on abundance rather than lack transforms not only your inner world, but also your interactions with others. The ripple effect of positivity. The Stoics remind us of our interconnectedness. Your attitude creates ripples that touch everyone around you. A positive outlook inspires and uplifts. Pessimism dampens the collective spirit. Epictetus advises us to be mindful of the energy we bring into relationships. As you approach the new year, Reflect on the legacy of your attitude. Do you wish to be a source of light or a shadow that darkens the day? Daring to hope. Anticipating failure may seem like a defense against disappointment, but it often prevents us from fully engaging with life's opportunities. A gardener who fears the seeds won't grow ensures nothing will flourish. Instead, dare to hope. Plant your seeds with courage and tend to them with action. Even when not every endeavor succeeds, the journey itself is enriching. Forging new patterns. Pessimism, like any habit, forms through repeated thoughts. The Stoics teach that we can reshape these mental patterns. Through mindfulness and conscious effort, we can forge new paths grounded in optimism and resilience. As the new year approaches, release the habit of expecting the worst. Embrace the possibility of joy and the courage to hope. Life is not without its challenges, but your perspective determines whether those challenges are walls or stepping stones. Step into the new year with a heart full of hope, and let your life become a testament to the power of a positive mind. Cultivating optimism, a Stoic guide to the new year. Pessimism often feels like a protective shield, but in truth, it limits our capacity to embrace life's richness. The Stoics invite us to reflect, what does dwelling on negativity truly achieve? Instead of bracing for disappointment, imagine meeting life with resilience, gratitude, and hope. Acknowledge and redirect. When a pessimistic thought arises, acknowledge it without judgment, then gently redirect your focus. Marcus Aurelius reminds us, you have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength. By committing to positive thought patterns, you can transform your experience of life. The power of gratitude. Gratitude shifts focus from lack to abundance. Epictetus observed, wealth consists not in having great possessions, but in having few wants. Start each day by acknowledging 3 things you're grateful for. This simple practice rewires your mind to appreciate life's blessings, reducing negativity and fostering contentment. Embrace impermanence. The Stoics teach that all things are transient, both joys and sorrows. Marcus Aurelius wrote, loss is nothing else but change, and change is nature's delight. Accepting impermanence allows you to face challenges with equanimity. Remember, this too shall pass. Take ownership of your happiness. Seneca wisely said, a wise man is content with his lot, whatever it may be. True contentment comes from within, not from external circumstances. Like the captain of a ship, you cannot control the winds, but you can adjust your sails. By shaping your attitude, you steer your life toward fulfillment. Mind your company. The attitudes of those around you profoundly impact your own. Surround yourself with uplifting individuals who inspire and support your growth. Choose connections that nurture optimism, just as a garden thrives with sunlight and care. Practical tools for optimism. The Stoics offer strategies to shift from pessimism to optimism. Premeditation of evils. Calmly consider potential challenges to prepare without fear. Balance this by envisioning success and planning for positive outcomes. Mindfulness. Notice negative thought patterns and consciously redirect them. Journaling. Reflect on your emotions and track your progress. Daily gratitude. Foster a sense of abundance by regularly appreciating life's blessings. The ripple effect of positivity. Your mindset doesn't just shape your experience, it influences others. Like a pebble creating ripples in a pond, your optimism can uplift those around you. Epictetus advises us to bring positivity to our relationships, enriching not only our own lives, but also the lives of those we touch. A new year, a new perspective. As the new year dawns, release the habit of expecting the worst. Instead, embrace the possibility of joy and the courage to hope. Pessimism is a veil that obscures life's beauty, but it's one you can choose to lift. The Stoics believe that the seeds of happiness lie within us. External circumstances may shape our paths, but our inner state is ours to govern. What could your life look like if you embraced optimism? Let this year be a testament to your commitment to live fully and joyfully. The shadows of doubt have lingered long enough. Step boldly into the radiant life that awaits, a life of positivity, purpose, and profound satisfaction. The Stoics have illuminated the way forward. Now it is your turn to walk it, with courage, gratitude, and hope.